Good evening, traders, and welcome to PL Capital's Market Review. Today is Tuesday, January 24th, just after the markets have closed here. And I want to look at the US dollar, the pound, S&P, Nasdaq, oil, and natural gas. So let's get started. Looking at the US dollar index, this is the 1 hour chart, and it's looking like there's more downside to me. So this move down, we got three waves, and then they made this three-wave correction last Friday, and then it got rejected really hard here. And so I see this as one, and then they've got three waves here for two, and so I believe that they're going to just come on down, break this low for three, and then they'll eventually give you a four and a five. So I see more downside in the US dollar. Can't confirm that obviously until we break that low or we break this high of 102.899, but big rejection early this morning, so I would expect tomorrow that we would start approaching these lows here. That's what I'm looking on the dollar. And by request, we're going to look at the pound. So because this is the first time I've looked at this on the channel, it's going to zoom all the way out, look at all the data that we have here. So on TradingView, they go back to January of 1971. So that's all the data that we have. So we don't know like what happened before here. I don't know if they came all the way from way down here to way up here, and then this is all correction, or if they've just been in a steady decline since the inception here. So we can only look at the data that we see. So here's what I see. So we've got clear three waves, 1, 2, 3 waves down, and then here's a three-wave correction, and now we got this thing that to me is looking like a diagonal. Now they did break the low last, what was that, July. So they broke that low. So we're definitely in a downtrend. So we got three down, and then we got three up, and then we got this thing. So two ways to look at this. If the pound like started way down here, went all the way up here, and this is all correction, it's a possibility that the correction is done, that the low is in, because this three waves here would be your A, three waves here would be your B, and then this ending diagonal would be C. Now we also don't know that this diagonal is done yet, but it's a possibility. So just looking at some possibilities here. So that's one possibility, but it'd be nice to know like what did the pound do like in the 50s and 60s? Where did this price come from? Because if it came from higher, then that could be just one, that could be two, and this is putting in a three, and then there's going to be a four and a five still. So we don't know that yet. So let's zoom in. Let's go to a daily chart. So, or actually, let's go to a weekly. So this last move down here, what I see is like a diagonal. It looks to me like this is one, correction, 2, and 3. So that could be 1. And then you got this 3 waves. That could be 2. And to me, this move down there wasn't any real big correction. There was like a little running fight at the beginning. I mean, it's possible that was 1, 2. So this could be 3, but it looks to me like this is just 1 coming up for 2, and then they're going to go back down for 3. So that's what it looks like. So if I zoom in at the daily, so here's that. It looks to me like you got like a 1, 2. Here's a running flat, 3, 4. And 5. So there's an impulse. So if that's 1, then we need a correction and then down. So if we zoom in, let's go to a 2-hour. This is how I have it labeled here. So I got 1 running flat, 2 up for 3, correction 4, and then yesterday they literally broke the high by what, 44.78, by 13 ticks, not even pips, 13 ticks. They broke the high. So question is, are they done with this fifth wave? So go to a 1 hour. To me, I see this whole thing as a leading diagonal. So if I count, it's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and all the way up here. This is all just 1. And so I'm watching this area, this from like 1.23 down to 1.22, watching this area here. So far we got 3 waves. Now it's possible that that's all the correction. So if this is a leading diagonal, this would be 1, here's 2, and then they'll be going up for 3, 4, and 5 in some fashion. But we don't know, if this could just be the A wave, and then they'll make a B wave, and then they'll come back down for a C wave. So we got to wait and see, because like on this move down, you have no divergence on this 1 hour chart, MACD or RSI, that there's no divergence. So to me, it looks like they'll probably make a bigger correction, so that this all be A, it's hard to tell, but somewhere probably go up a little bit higher for B, and then they'll come one more time down for a C wave. That would probably give divergence then, and then they'll start heading up. So keeping an eye on this area here. Expect this to hold. Obviously if they start pushing down hard, then this whole move could be the end of the up move. So see if this area holds, and they could be on their way to be making an ending diagonal here. That's the pound. Let's move over to the S&P. So I see more upside for the S&P. I'm going to go out to a 2 hour chart here. So what I see is right here, you got your 1, 2, big running flat, 3, 4, and I don't think the 5 is in. I think they're still going to be going up, and they're going to break this 40.56 on the futures, because what I see, let me get rid of that. What I see just on this last wave here is I got 1, 2, and then 3 and 4, and so I expect them to go and finish this impulse for 5, which then, if I'm correct, then that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then boom, 5. And then we're still not going to be done because you still have this early part here. So what I see, this 3 waves here, I see as A, and 3 waves is B. So we need 5 waves for a C. Well, you had this expanding flat here for 1, 2. And so now I'm expecting them to come up here. This will be 3, come back down for 4, and then one more time up for 5. So I see several more waves going up, correction and then up. So I think it's still going to be targeting probably close to that 4,100. That'll be a nice round number for them to target. So we'll see, but I don't know if they'll break the top or not. We gotta wait and see. That's what I see on S&P, Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq did break its previous top here, and that happened today after hours when Microsoft reported, and market reacted strongly to. So this is at after 3 o'clock, from 3 to 3:30, it went and broke its top. So same thing with the S&P. I don't think this last wave is done, because I got 1, 2, this was 3, 4, and this isn't done yet. It's making like some kind of diagonal here. So I think this is like 1, this is 2, they came up for 3, so I think they're going to correct here for 4, and they still got to go back up for 5. So I still see more for them to complete this, let's go back out, complete this whole up move. I see more up on the Nasdaq. Crude. So this still looks to me like they created this expanding flat here. So we got a 1 and a 2, and they didn't break the top here. They came, what, 82.64, and the previous high was 82.66. So they missed it by 2 cents. And so it looks to me like this is 1, 2, 3, and now so far we got 1, 2, 3. So I'm kind of expecting them, they got to break this top, you know, because we just have a 1 and a 2, and we never broke the top. So to me, I'm seeing this, if that's 3 and then you got 3 down, looks to me like they might be making an ending diagonal. So I would expect them to come up 1, 2, you know, for 3, come back down for 4, and then go back up for 5. So I see more upside in oil. If I'm seeing this correct, that's an expanding flat. If it's not, if for some reason this whole move up here was like the end of a diagonal, and then this is A, then you got your 3 ways for B, and then they'll be coming down some type of down move. I expect them to come break that 78 level or whatever it was, 78.50 or so, and then go back up. So just depends on if this is an expanding flat. If it's not, it'll be just like a regular flat, or maybe make a zigzag, maybe a deeper correction. But I would expect them to come and break this top one more time. And natural gas. Oops, wrong chart. So I still see this as they're making an ending diagonal here. So we got 3 ways for 1, 3 ways for 2, 3 ways, big gap up Sunday night. So I got 1, 2, 3 waves for 4, and then strong selling again today. So I would expect that they're in the process of creating 3 waves. I would think that they're going to, at some point before they, well, maybe not, but I expect before they break this low that they'll give, you know, a correction and then go and break it one more time for the 5th wave. Okay, that's what I've got. Let me know if you have any questions, comments. Thanks for watching, and good luck to you. Talk to you later. Bye.